Hey guys, this is Malinki. Welcome back to my channel, Voice of Malinki. Today we will talk about life cycle of Fasciola. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel. And if you like my video, please do like, comment and share my video. So in our last lecture, we have discussed about the general features of Fasciola. If you want to check that lecture, you can. Today specifically, we will talk about its life cycle. So the life cycle of Fasciola is completed in two hosts. So it requires two hosts. First is the primary host and second is the intermediate host. So what is primary host? So basically in primary host, the parasite reaches maturity. Reaches maturity. Maturation takes place over here and it reproduces sexually. So sexual reproduction occurs here. So in primary host, the parasite reaches maturity and reproduces sexually. In the intermediate host, the parasite undergoes development. Development and asexual reproduction if required. Okay, so in this case, the primary host is either sheep or goat or cattle or man, and the intermediate host is snail. So this type of life cycle involving two different kinds of host is called digenetic. Di means two. So we will now discuss about the mode of transmission of the parasite. So what happens? The adult female liver fluke or fasciola passes immature eggs in the bile duct which get released into the environment through the feces. Suppose this is we can see here this picture is inside the primary host. Suppose we are talking about man. Now here in the liver, adult flukes or fasciolas, they survive. So what they do, they pass immature eggs in the bile ducts and those are now get released into the environment through the feces. Okay, so here are the immature eggs which are coming through the feces. Okay, now when the eggs come in contact with water, the eggs become embryonated and form into a larva called miracidia. Okay, so this these immature eggs now they are in the contact with the water. Now they become embryonated, and what happens? The larva is now developed. That is called miracidia larva. So it is now swimming in the water, right? Okay. So miracidia larva infects a snail. So this is the snail. Miracidia larva infects it. So we know that snail is the intermediate host. Intermediate host, and in this case the man is primary host. Okay. Now in the snail, Miracidia undergoes several developmental stages such as sporosis, radia and sarcaridy. So you can understand here that these are different developmental stages only. So I have already said that intermediate hosts are there where development takes place. So inside the snail's body, the development of Miracidia larva takes place and it goes through sporosis, radiae and sarcary larval stage. Now the sarcary is the final larval stage in the snail's body. So they are released from the snail and insist as metacercary on aquatic vegetation. So these larvae are released from the body of the snail and they get attached with the aquatic vegetation, and they get encysted. That means the cyst-like structure, solid structure like these forms around its body, and that time we call it metacercary. Okay, okay. Now, sheep and other mammals like goat, cattle, man, they become infected by ingesting metacercary contaminated vegetation. So, if any mammal like goat, cattle, or man, if they come with the contact with this vegetation, and if they feed these leaves contaminated with metacercary, so they get infected. And metacercary have a rigid, hard outer layer. So I have already called it cyst, right? It is cyst. So cyst is just like the rigid layer, hard outer layer, which helps them live for longer periods of time. So metacercary can survive in the water for longer periods of time because of the presence of the hard cyst. After ingestion, the metacercary exist, or they release the cyst in the duodenum and migrate through the liver into bile ducts. So after ingestion inside the body of the mammal, this metacercary releases its cyst. It doesn't require the cyst inside the body, because inside the body they are already protected. So they are in the duodenum, and then they migrate through the liver into the bile ducts. So bile ducts are their final destination. So inside the body, they feed on liver cells, hence cause liver rot disease, destruction of liver. So what they do, they feed on liver cells and they destroy liver cells. That's why it is called liver rot disease, that is caused by the infection of this liver fluke. So after eating plenty of liver cells, they migrate to the bile duct and transform into adult liver flukes and produce eggs. So first they will eat plenty of liver cells. They will get their maturity, right? They will get their maturity, and then they will migrate to the bile duct and they will be transformed into the adult flukes and they produce eggs. So I have already told you that inside the primary host, what they do, they actually um they get matured and they reproduce sexually. So that is happening here inside the primary host. First, they get matured into the adult stage and they reproduce sexually. They produce eggs, and those eggs are again released from the body and the cycle repeats. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope you will like the lecture. Thank you for watching my video.